Good morning, distinguished scholars, industry experts, and friends. It's an honor to speak at this international symposium here in Turkey, a country that bridges continents, cultures, and ideas. I, Dr. Ashu Jain, Coordinator, Department of Commerce, St. Aloysius College, MP, India, would like to share my views on the topic digital natives across cultures, insights for international marketing strategies. To start with, I would like to highlight the digital natives, according to Mark Prensky, those who grow up surrounded by digital technology, born post 1980s, raised with internet, smartphones, and social media. They value immediacy, authenticity, and participation. They have blurred boundaries between online and offline life, and they seek experiences over possessions. Now, the question is, who are digital immigrants? So now the digital immigrants are those who adapted digital technology later in life. 2 decades later, digital nativity is no longer a Western phenomena. It is a global cultural identity of all the citizens, because they will be belonging to digital natives only. There is a slight difference, or we can say there is a combination of digital natives and digital immigrants that becomes digital citizens. If we talk about the difference between digital native and digital immigrants, we can easily see that the digital natives are multitasking, they have parallel thinking, they have access to multimedia, and they are multi-resourceful. And whereas we talk about digital immigrants, we can see that they are having usually a single task, they have sequential thinking, they usually are the text oriented, and they have limited resources to access. Now, there are some key characteristics of digital natives. So, they're always connected with their mobiles. Their mobile first is their phenomena. They prefer instant access and personalization. They value authenticity and peer communities, and they are engaged in cross border digital consumption. Now we talk about cross-cultural variations. So there are variations. If we talk about cross-cultural ethics or understanding or strategies, there are differences in different cultural segments. So there are digital nativity expresses itself differently. Every culture in every region in every place, there is a different digital nativity. In Japan, youth value anonymity and group harmony online. Whereas in India, digital natives use social media to express aspiration and entrepreneurial energy. In the Middle East, platforms serve as both creative outlets and spaces for cultural negotiation. Cultural influences on digital expression and communication. So, if we talk about cultural influence, so there is no global diffusion of digital culture is not equal to uniform behavior. Local values shape digital expression. So, Hofstede has given a very nice cultural dimension, which is based on digital culture that is global in reach but local in expression. That is basically based on individualism versus collectivism, masculinity versus femininity, uncertainty avoidance, long versus short-term orientation, indulgence versus restraint. So there are so many different cultural dimensions which actually influence the choice and communication of individuals. There is a small data I've collected, that is top 18 countries to spend time on social media, starting with the Philippines to ending on Morocco. It showcases that people belong to any country, citizen belong to any country, they are very much involved in spending their time on social media, which can be the very next marketing strategy for all the companies and for all the brands. It is going to help everybody in every manner, basically in the digital manner. So digital native across culture. So every culture is having their different style of um, different style of reacting or responding as per their upbringing, as per their personalization, as per their own choices and behaviors. For example, if we talk about United States, so US has a highly individualistic culture where personal identity, freedom and self-expression are central values. They use digital platforms to showcase individuality through personal branding, influencer culture and self-created content. Whereas if we talk about Asia, so there is a nature of collectivist mobile first adoption. Asian societies, for example, India, China, Japan, South Korea, are largely collectivist, valuing family, community, and social harmony. They have, it means high smartphone penetration means most users across the internet primarily through mobile devices. Online interactions often emphasize group belonging, family ties, and shared culture values. There are platforms such as WeChat, Line, and WhatsApp support this collectivist culture through group connectivity and multifunctional apps. If we talk about Europe, there is a phenomena of privacy conscious, regulatory aware. The European societies value privacy, human rights, and ethical use of technology. There are users who are aware of data protection and the implication of surveillance influenced by regulations like the GDPR, that is, General Data Protection Regularity. And now, if we talk about Africa and Latin America, there is a choice of mobile banking and leapfrogging technology. Many regions in Africa and Latin America have skipped traditional infrastructure stages like landline networks or desktop computing. This phenomena called technologically leapfrogging means they move directly to mobile-based technology. Mobile phones serve as tools for branding, banking, education, health, and entrepreneurship. Digital natives here are resourceful innovators using technology to solve local challenges in creative ways. So, digital natives may share a global identity as tech users, but their digital lifestyle are deeply shaped by cultural, economic, and social context. Moving on to the next slide. Marketing strategies for digital natives across cultures. So this is basically the topic which I'm focusing upon. That is the marketing strategies for digital natives across cultures. So this is basically move beyond surface level localization, example, language translation, development of campaigns using cultural intelligence framework, that is CQ, understanding values, humor, aesthetics, and digital etiquette unique to each culture. For example, in Japan, subtlety and respect in brand tone appeal more than loud, humorous ads preferred in the US. Next, if we talk about globalization, that is global brand, local voice. So this strategy is also very useful for the upcoming, marketing companies. That is combine global consistency with local authenticity. Think global, act local. Adapt visual slogans and influencers collaborations to reflect local lifestyle and aspirations. Example, Coca-Cola's Share a Coke campaign, customized names for each market. Spotify curates regional playlist reflecting cultural festivals and music taste. Influencer and creator collaboration across cultures. Digital natives trust peer creators more than corporate ads. Partner with micro and nano influencers from different regions who embody cultural values authentically. We can use cross-border influencer collaborations to showcase diversity. For example, Indian and Korean influencers promoting fashion content, which is actually very high in today's market. Culturally adaptive storytelling. Stories should connect emotionally and culturally, not just linguistically. Use of universal human themes, those are belonging to empowerment, sustainability, and humor, told through culturally specific narratives. Examples Nike's You Can't Stop Us. Ad series localized resilience stories from athletes worldwide, maintaining global brand emotion but with local flavor, which actually added price hike and a good profit in Nikes. Digital ethnography for market insights. Conduct digital ethnography, observe online communities, hashtags, memes, and user generated content across cultures. Understanding of how digital native is different in different regions express identity, humor, and activism online. For example, meme culture differs. Satire dominates in the West, while symbolism or animation thrives in East Asia. So this can be collaborated in in the required format of the culture, and that can be used by the marketing companies or the companies for their markets. Visual semiotics and design adaptation. So culture, colors, symbols, and gestures vary across cultures. Red signifies luck in China, but danger in Western contexts. Adapt digital design elements, fonts, emojis, imagery to fit cultural symbolism. Example, use of regionally relevant emojis or slang in local post. It enhances reliability. So marketing companies can adopt these such strategies for marketizing their own culture, their own product, and it is going to help them in any way for the next digital natives, understanding and their um, their their choice, becoming their choice. At the end, I would like to tell you all that digital natives may be globally connected, but they remain locally rooted. The future of marketing belongs to brands that speak a common digital language with a culturally diverse accent. I have a lot to say, but because of the time, I have to stop here. So thank you so much for the time, and I'm thankful to Dr. Seda Ilrim for this opportunity. Have a nice time ahead. Thank you so much.